So the Toronto Raptors are interested in Deandre Ayton and Myles Turner. I think all of us have heard this song more than the party rock anthem at this point. But this time, it's being reported by Jake Fisher, and I actually trust this guy because he was one of the insiders that actually came out and said Scottie Barnes was going to get drafted by the Raptors instead of Jalen Suggs. Y'all remember back in 2011 when everyone was like, Jalen Suggs, and no one was really considering Scottie Barnes? Yeah, Jake Fisher was the guy that reported it. So anyways, getting Deandre Ayton means the Raptors are trying to secure a long-term piece with Scottie versus Turner, who's more of a short-term fix on an expiring contract. So let's take a look at the following trades and let me know if you would take this deal or not if you were in charge of the Raptors. But before we get into these trades, if you do enjoy this type of video, please subscribe to the channel to support and like the video so other Raptors fans like yourself can see this video as well. Now, I think we can all agree that it's probably Gary or Fred VanVleet that's most prone to get traded at this point. It could be both of them or one or the other because of how their contracts are positioned for this year. So let's talk about Ayton first, and then we'll look at the Myles Turner possibilities. The first one is a 2-for-1 simple exchange. It's Fred and Khem Birch for Ayton. I think it's a fair deal because Phoenix has no interest in keeping Ayton anyways. They only matched his contract, the one that Indiana gave Ayton in the offseason, so they can get something back from him in return instead of him walking for free. Now for the Raptors, if VanVleet is going to decline his player option and walk this offseason, I think they should trade him because this would be a really good move for VanVleet as well. He'll get to go play with Chris Paul for half a year and then potentially take over for Chris Paul when he's gone next season. And Khem Birch isn't really doing much for the Raptors right now, barely playing any minutes, so he would be a salary filler for this trade. Now, for Gary Trent, could also be a candidate for this trade, but I don't know if it makes sense for the Raptors because they'll lose a 20 points per game scorer. If Gary was to get moved in this trade, it would only mean that the Raptors are probably interested in making another trade before the trade deadline and get another player that could potentially take over Gary's role or add more scoring depth to the bench. Now, I think it's obvious why Thad is being added to this trade. Thad would be contributing to a team that's trying to make a deep run into the playoffs when they're healthy because, Devin Booker's out right now. So let me know what you think about these two trade packages, and would you give up Fred or would you rather trade Gary for Deandre Ayton? All right, now let's talk about Myles Turner. There really isn't a lot of options to get Turner, to be honest, on a straight-up trade without giving up picks, and I don't know if the Raptors would want to do that right now. So the only thing I can think of is more of a three-way trade. Yeah, a trade that involves 3 NBA teams. Right now, I got Pacers, Phoenix, Raptors getting in on this trade. We know that the Pacers had interest in Ayton in the offseason. Obviously, they made him an offer, which ended up being matched by Phoenix. So, in this trade, the Raptors will get Myles Turner and Chris Duarte. The Pacers get Ayton, and the Suns will get a serviceable big in Daniel Tice. And on top of that, they're going to get a playoff experienced player and somebody that has a championship, obviously, in Fred VanVleet. Now, I think this would be perfect for the Raptors. Duarte gives them bench production with Boucher and Precious, and Turner can slide into that starting lineup with Koloko backing him up. Personally, I'm not really sure which trade I would prefer more than the other, so why don't you guys let me know what you think is the best direction we should go in if both of these offers were on the table for the Raptors. Over 90% of you that watch my content are not subscribed to the channel, so please support if you like content like this. Help me reach out to other Raptors fans, or at least convert fans of other sports or other teams into Raptors fans. Yeah, so let's do this together. I appreciate all the support. It's your boy Rafftakes, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.